Have you ever downloaded something you shouldn't have? We live in a world where a single click can open doors we were never meant to enter, but some doors should remain closed. It all started with an email, no sender, no subject, just an attachment, labeled dream.x. I hesitated. Something about it felt wrong. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. I clicked it. At first, nothing happened. The screen flickered, just for a second. I barely noticed it. Just a small, almost imperceptible glitch. Like a momentary flicker of static on an old VHS tape. A blink and you miss it kind of thing. Then my desktop wallpaper glitched. The colors distorted, stretching and warping like melting wax. It was subtle at first. The blues turned sickly green. The reds became a deep, unnatural shade, and the whole screen seemed to breathe, like it had a pulse of its own. And then I saw it. A face. It was there for less than a second, barely visible in the mess of pixelated distortion. Pale, hollow eyes, lips parted as if it were whispering something. But there was no sound. My heart stopped. I blinked and it was gone. I sat frozen, staring at my screen, waiting for something else to happen. But everything returned to normal. My wallpaper was back. The glitch was gone. No sign of that thing. I let out a shaky breath and leaned back in my chair, trying to shake off the unease creeping up my spine. Maybe it was nothing, just a bad file, a corrupted download, a random glitch. I mean, it happens, right? Computers do weird things all the time. But still, something felt off. A lingering sensation, like I wasn't alone in my own room anymore, like someone or something had noticed me. I shook my head, trying to laugh it off. "You're being paranoid," I muttered to myself. But even as I turned away from my screen, I had this awful feeling that if I looked back too quickly, I might see those empty eyes staring at me again. That night I had the strangest dream. I was standing in a room with no doors, no windows, just endless black walls stretching into nothingness. But there was something else, a floating screen in the center of the room, and on it was me. But my eyes were missing. A whisper filled the air, low and distorted, as if spoken from another world. "You let it in." I turned around, but there was nothing. The whisper grew louder, more distorted, more wrong. "You downloaded me. Now. I download you." I woke up in a panic. My chest was tight, my breathing shallow. My room was cold, too cold. The kind of cold that doesn't just creep under your skin. It sinks into your bones. My breath came out in a faint mist, something that shouldn't have been possible inside my apartment. The air felt heavy, dense, like the pressure had shifted, like something unseen was pressing down on me, watching, waiting. I turned to my computer. The screen was black, dead. But as my eyes adjusted to the darkness, I noticed something new. A single folder, sitting alone on my desktop. The name sent a jolt through me, a word so simple, yet so completely wrong. Captured. My pulse pounded in my ears. I swallowed hard, my fingers hovering over the mouse. My skin felt clammy. My gut told me not to click. Every instinct screamed at me to shut the laptop, to walk away, but my hands moved on their own, like something had already decided for me. I clicked it open. Inside were pictures, hundreds of them, thumbnails stretching down in an endless grid, every single one of me. Sleeping, sitting at my desk, walking to work. At first I thought they were just screenshots, maybe from my social media, maybe old pictures I had forgotten. But then I noticed something off about them. Some were from angles that shouldn't have been possible. From above me, from behind me, from inside my closet. A shiver ran down my spine. My throat lightened, my mind raced, trying to make sense of it. Had someone hacked my webcam? Had I been watched for days, weeks, longer? My vision blurred with panic. My finger twitched over the touchpad, scrolling down. The further I scrolled, the darker the images became. Shadows creeping closer. A silhouette appearing just outside my bedroom door. Closer, closer, until... Then I saw the last image. It was me, lying in my bed, my face turned slightly toward the camera, my breathing slow, unaware. But I wasn't alone. A figure stood over me, shadowy, blurred, like a corrupted file, its form incomplete, its face unfinished, as if it hadn't finished rendering. My stomach twisted, my breath caught in my throat. The figure's head tilted, just slightly. A slow, deliberate motion, like it knew I was watching. My skin prickled. A deep, instinctive dread rooted me in place. It felt real. Too real. I couldn't move. I couldn't look away. And then the screen glitched. The image flickered, stretching unnaturally before shattering into static. Then, darkness. Message appeared on the screen. Downloaded successfully. The words flickered once. Then the screen went black. Silence. No static. No hum. Just empty, suffocating stillness. And then I heard it. Behind me, my closet door creaked open.